a strike on YouTube, so we had to cut that out. But look at this beautiful lighting. Holy crap. I feel...
That's some nice lighting you got there.
How's everybody doing this evening? We have some bad news to kick off the show. Right? Should we do bad news first?
I've got some bad news.
Dude, yeah. I missed that. I really missed Bad News Bears. Let's talk about that. Oh, Indie Talk, what's up? How's it going, guys?
Shout out to Jesse and Jaron from Indie Talk. I was holding it down. I was being supportive. Shout out to them.
We're just gonna start off our 6-hour special on a Bad News Barrett deep dive. Hope you guys are ready to stay up late with us.
Do it. I'm on board for it. Let's talk about Wade Barrett for 6 hours. I'm in there like swimwear. Let's do it.
The bad news is Matt Shaw has no-showed us. We're sitting trying to get a hold of him. It's no word.
I heard through the grapevine he's still waiting on a trophy. I don't know the.
Yeah, he was on Jesse and Jaron's show, Indie Talk, talking a lot of smack. I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. I feel bad that we didn't have a trophy there for him that first night for winning the Uncle Frank Memorial Tournament. But yeah, I think that's something we're looking at getting together for the next show. We've had some talks here and there about a next Bellevue show, or maybe Fairmont, Minnesota show, or maybe somewhere closer to the cities. Try to draw a bigger crowd. I think we had a killer card that last time. It was rough seeing Jaron get beat up like that.
Right? A little rough seeing him get beat up like that, but he came back. He walked it off.
Definitely. From the streets. Let's see. Are you ready to kick this thing off? We got a little list.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm ready to kick this thing off.
We're gonna
let's kick it off like the Young Bucks. I'm about it.
My name, Freddie Fredrickson. This right here, State of Pro Wrestling photographer,
Daniel Rose.
Oh, and we are here testing this out, the YouTube lives. We've got the ability to do this, trying to just grow this fan base, connect with everybody more, get our stuff out there. Yeah, we'll wrap it up with the hype at the end. Let's start it off. Number 1 tonight, DPW, Discover Pro Wrestling and Rugged Pro Wrestling presented Zenith City Summit. It's been a few weekends ago since we've been there. Any thoughts since then, reflecting back on that huge event there in Duluth? Cross promotion, first time cross promotion.
Let's see. For starters, I thought the product was super phenomenal. It's my first time ever experiencing anything from DPW and being up there. So it was kind of an interesting take, or an amount to take in as far as the quality of everything. I just came back from a concert down in the cities that I want to say it was 7th Street Entry, and it was Mayday, Ubiquitous of Cess Crew, One Ton from Potluck, and I bumped into an old friend down there, and like he asked what wrestling shows I've been to, and I told him about DPW, and it's wild because like I can't say anything about it standing up. I sit down, I get excited, I stand back up. The product is just so exhilarating. The quality of everything being in 4K and kind of being presented for free on YouTube. Like, it sounds very, very bold from a, I guess you'd say a Mark standpoint, where I just digest so much GCW, so much OVW from the Wrestlers show on Netflix, from AEW, Collision, Rampage, Dark Elevation, just so much. I don't think that there's product-wise and presentation-wise, I don't think anything can hold a candle to it. The match placement was amazing, from Jack Spade and TW3 to Rampage Santana and Joey Jet Avalon to Paul Verk. Just even Paul Verk having different music. I think it was Punjabi hip hop, if I remember right, and he was told many times that night that he should stick to it, man. It's such a catchy rhythm that everybody liked. Nice turnout, nice venue, nice area, just all around. I'm a big fan of Clyde Ironworks having the brewery attached, the food, the kitchen, the staff's friendly, nice. It's been since I think 2014 or 2016 since I'd been there for I think a Cottonmouth King show or a Tech Nine show, but they definitely know how to turn out for it. So
Nice. Yeah, beautiful venue, unique product they offer, like you said. And then this time coming together with Rugged Pro as well. And kind of these theme shows, or the Zenith City Summit was this time around. And just these different themes, the Reduced to Ash, the whole story. I think they've just presented, they've really got a unique product, really deep into the storytelling. And I think they really overcame a lot. I know Fandango had canceled or not came through on his flight, and then I know Myron Reed was the huge match that I was looking forward to, was Myron Reed against Rampage, and for those two huge names to fall through and for them to like pull it together like they did, and putting the Joey versus Rampage. I know we got a lot of views there. I love the Clyde Ironworks venue, like you said. Beautiful having the food and drink right there in the venue, and then just scenic wise, being able to float around. That's always my favorite thing, and being able to get the different clips. Just a great time. Appreciative for everybody at DPW. Excited, just waiting on that next event. What's going to happen next? But like I said, the storylines, the huge storytelling, seeing X getting a huge spot like that was very cool.
also, shout out to the cinematic trailer that they had recorded beforehand, man. That looked really, really crispy too.
Yeah, dude. Eric's been really great at all that. I think back to right when COVID hit. Okay, we'll plug this other segment here. The SOPW 100. As we look back at the interviews that we've done with just the wrestlers, we're doing this top 100 list, or our first 100 interviews with just the wrestlers. We think, there's been a lot of outside talent, but this list just focusing on the wrestlers. I think back to when we interviewed Top Flight right before WrestlePalooza, right before COVID hit. They had revealed that they were going to WrestleMania week, debut as Top Flight. And Eric was actually the one. Man, we're going to have to shoot that clip. Throw a link below to that Top Flight promo. Every time I go to a hotel pool and they have a no diving sign, I think of that promo where they passed the no diving, and they had just super cinematic with Top Flight announcing officially their first, which got canceled due to COVID. We still have not seen Top Flight together WrestleMania weekend show. So
right.
Damn it, promoters. Get them out. I don't know. I guess they're kind of busy during a lot of the days now too with AEW. But anyways, any last words on that event?
My last words would be to Eric, man. Keep up the great work. Keep doing what you're doing, man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the product you're producing. It's flawless. Your heart's in the right place. Just keep going in the direction you're going, man. You have the support of the pro wrestling community, and I'm, as silly as it sounds, there's still definitely an emotional high from that show, from the energy, from the just God, everything that was attached to it, the kindness, the love, the support that everybody kind of had for each other. It was cool. Just even the crew that we went with, me, you, and Kevin, just had a blast. I was looking through the pictures. Right. I was like looking through the pictures, man, and just even the pictures we got on the side of the building that were just super, super crispy. I was like, man, what a team, what a dream. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't
that,
be any happier with that.
that all came together, and then that we were all still able to go to that show
Yeah.
was so huge. And then definitely seeing Rugged Pro for the first time. I know they're out of like Iowa, Nebraska sort of area, and they've been a promotion. There's so many promotions running out there. There's just not enough time to hit them all. But yeah, they put on a top notch product. It was cool seeing some of their featured wrestlers go against the DPW featured wrestlers, and especially the main event, their champion, man, Jay Fowler. Just what a great talent he is. Another just right situation. Somebody who's on TV. Just a great talent. And then like we said, that Joey Avalon Rampage match. And speaking of
That
Rampage, man,
reverse, what was it? That reverse 619, I think it was. We had a weird 619 thing that happened in that match. That was really, really cool looking.
yeah, it was I was watching the match because he's got Joey somewhat in the corner, and then Rampage uses the top rope and kind of does this drop kick, and then he goes over the top rope and then kind of set Joey up for the 619, and he came around the corner. Rampage comes around the corner, grabs the post, and does a 619. Yeah, I love it. It's a beautiful spot, especially when he does that drop kick and floats over the top. He really gives that effect of having extra air. And
if you haven't gotten the chance to check it out yet, make sure you check out the Xena City Summit on their YouTube page, man. It's a free show.
Right there on Discover Pro Wrestling on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right there on their channel. We'll leave the link below as well. And then, the full show, great quality shot. You can see our fan footage up on our Instagram, and then as well as on our YouTube. We've got some of the fan clips and highlights as we try to find our little niche, that little ESPN of pro wrestling sort of niche, or wherever we end up. But back to the connections between number one and number two was Rampage Santana. Can we talk about this? Number two, MAW, Midwest All-Star Wrestling Grand Slam match. We're helping sponsor, along with Bully Brand, State of Pro Wrestling, bringing you this match.
Clark Connors
Jr., Rampage Santana versus Bullet Club member Clark Connors. This is huge, man. I really did a deep dive on Clark Connors. What did you think of those promos that we seen?
Dude, I absolutely loved him. He's been wrestling a lot in GCW, or he's wrestled a few times in GCW, and the matches that I've seen have been absolutely incredible, from I think it was the Into the Light event to so many of the other things. I think New Japan put up a promo video showing his growth, and his progression is just super, super gnarly. And it's cool seeing a lot of people that have kind of, for the last hot minute, kind of been overlooked for a hot minute, kind of starting to gain some praise and gain some eyes on them. So one of the things that we were originally trying to do for the Bellevue show was get Maddie and Misa Kate. Things unfortunately didn't work out.
The huge reveal. You just gave that away for free on Monday Night Raw.
I did. But unfortunately,
pay-per-view.
Unfortunately, that didn't necessarily work out as well as we wanted to.
Maddie just heard Maddie got a tryout at WWE, or got a
look. And that's what I was just gonna say. So she's basically in NXT right now, trying to show her worth and show her spot, which she's super, super talented, not just in the ring, but also on the microphone. She has her own little YouTube series, and
those little side character interviews that she's doing.
With EC3, she's got a whole comedic angle there, and it's just cool watching these talents grow and evolve in the directions that they go. You know what I mean? You mentioned Top Flight. It's cool just even going to Target and buying a box of cards, AEW cards,
Yeah,
and
dude, I love seeing
opening it and seeing that, like, oh my god, our boy has his own metal card. Like, that's wild. So I'm always kind of thrilled about that. But back to Grand Slam. They just announced Earl Hebner's there. The lineup is super decorated, and we're definitely hoping to see who supports Bully Brand and who supports Bullet Club. Show up
Yeah, excited to
rocking your
see this
gear.
sea of t-shirts, man. The Bully Brand shirts and the sea of Bullet Club shirts. I think that was kind of the cool part for me because I've been so out of the loop for a while and so into our own thing that it was cool seeing those. Because you think Bullet Club and you're like, oh my god, they've been around for so long and it's just been done to death, you know. But I really looking at those promos, they've really created like this their own like new young gun renegade sort of. I loved it,
Oh,
man. And
right.
then the cinematic promo, especially the Clark Connor one, where it was like these fucking drifter scenes, man. And I related to that, you know, just being out there with the fire and it's just being like, yeah, this drifter, this like on the fringes of society, this guy that's just kind of rides his horse from wrestling show to wrestling show. Bringing back that old school, that motherfucker that you don't want to run into in an alleyway. You
Oh,
know,
right.
back when wrestlers, that's what a wrestler was, you know?
Right. And
I
I'm just
appreciate all that shit that they're bringing. Man, and then in the other corner to have Rampage Santana, like you were saying, Top Flight, one of our boys, one of the like Minnesota, just love characters that you're like, man, this dude's got it, you know, like Rampage is that next dude right there, man. And it's been great to be there along this trail with him this last year. You know, all the great, huge matches, the one in Carlito at Wilmer Mania. We think back the Ace Austin match and that interview that we got there.
and hopefully at some point down the road in the not so distant future, we definitely get that second match from those two. We definitely need a rematch, or
Yeah.
hopefully at least get a.
Summer has ended. Summer has ended, and we never got it. But he is a busy guy. He is a busy guy.
All
Maybe,
right.
maybe kicking Clark Connor's ass will send a message to fellow Bullet Club member Ace Austin.
Or Chris Bay. I mean, I'd like to see Rampage versus Chris Bay. I mean, that's a moneymaker match right there.
Ooh, or Rampage. And no. We're doing the fantasy booker thing. Let's stay focused here. Let's stay focused here. What else we want to bring with Grand Slam is just we're really focused in on making that merch table really special for this event and kind of like our rival. You know, like this is a huge event. Grand Slam coming up in November raises a ton of money for a great cause, the Women of Nations shelter there in Minneapolis. Grateful to be a part of it and really do a lot this year. And kudos to you, man, for really putting this all together on our end.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited about this. Yeah, like I said, this is our WrestleMania. This is our huge event of the year for us to be there, to have our own table, to be pushing our stuff, to be featuring your work. Finally, man, super excited about that. Some prints and different stuff. We don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, let's jump into it. Some more of your stuff you were at last weekend. Was that last weekend? We're gonna
Yeah,
start
I think
dropping
so. Yeah, it should have been last
the
weekend.
pictures tomorrow on our Instagram from First Wrestling's Saturday Night Nitro and their fan fest there from Mall of America last weekend. I was watching here. Things didn't work out on my end. Sometimes they don't, but I ended up. It was kind of cool being able to just chill here and watch the iPay-per-view. What was it like there live, Mall of America? You had your choice spot there, second balcony to get your shots. What was it like for you, man?
I absolutely loved the card. The card was super phenomenal. We got Brian Keith versus Brandon Gore for the VFW Uptown title, which was probably my match of the night.
Dude, and storyline wise, what they did with
Oh,
Brandon Gore, and then how they
oh,
explained it. Even the announcers were great. DJ Danielson and Rob Page on there. they caught me up because I didn't really know. I'd seen Brandon Gore before, but I didn't know about the whole gimmick thing or the whole conspiracy. Now that he's a huge conspiracy nut.
Yeah. He, God, we've. It sounds weird. There's just been so much to digest. Like I said, I've just been going to so much different stuff.
Yeah,
Prior to that, me and Kevin and Steph, we all went to Time Bomb, and when we went to Time Bomb at the Eagles Club, it was no ring, no rules, just death match, and we 100%. I guess you would say we were virgins to the deathmatch scene, and our cherries were definitely popped. And you can it it definitely was blood on the floor, blood all over the place. Shout out to Ricky Norin for his big win, but the bridging of the two that I was trying to do was Brandon Gore faced off against a lake monster. And the whole time he was trying to speak lake monster to the lake monster, so it'd make the lake monster go back into the lake and end the match. So what they did have done with Brandon Gore as far as adding another layer to his character has just been super awesome. And he's, as cheesy as it sounds, man, he's over like Rover. I was leaving the after party, and I want to say somewhere in the Mall of America they were having like a conspiracy theory ordeal, and these guys were like talking about Brandon Gore and his character and blah blah blah. So it's working. You know what I'm saying? People, it's got some kind of cross appeal, but he, with him winning the match and Brian Keith hitting home runs as far as his mannerisms, as far as everything he does when he comes out and the smoke and
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to share those moments that you captured,
the
man.
desperado thing. It's just, oh, and then you could tell halfway through the match the crowd was cheering on everybody, and Brian Keith took the defiant stand and tried on a foil hat. Brandon Gore was pumped, and metal hat stomped, tinfoil hat stomped, and lines were drawn. People decided who they were cheering for and who they were booing, but it was definitely a good time. Matt Hardy was definitely a treat for the meet and greets. El Viking, oh, I know I'm mispronouncing his name. Don't slaughter me. Sorry about that.
Man, the whole fan fest, how they did the fan fest Friday night, how you're talking, was such a great idea, and that venue that they did it at too, and yeah. Sorry,
it's definitely, if you never made it to a Saturday Night Nitro before, I think the next one coming up is in September of 2024. I believe it's September 7th, which is
huge for First to do it again, man. 3 years in a row. Like, kudos to put all that together. Man, so amazing, so cool.
Redbeard was a treat with his match. It was definitely cool to see him wrestle Jordan. I really, kid at heart, I really wish Redbeard would have gone over given the circumstance and given things, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm happy he showed up, and I'm happy he showed out. The main event was definitely a spectacle within itself. Shout out to Gringo Loco for busting his tail, putting all eyes and putting the whole world on Lucha like he does. Shout out to El Vikingo, I believe, for, God, I want to say it was number 5 in the PWI 500. Couldn't have gone to a nicer dude. There's always reports of him sticking around, picking up after shows, cleaning up the locker room, and signing autographs. So it's good to know after all this time he's still humble and he's still doing his thing. I believe I read somewhere recently.
I'll be right back.
Yep. I believe I read somewhere recently that he had injured his hip. So we here at State of Pro Wrestling definitely wish him a speedy recovery on that. And trying to think what else happened. Free Range Caro winning the Rumble in the Rotunda. That was definitely a cool thing. It's basically kind of been a majority of the the highlights. Devon Monroe retaining the title in a match against Dax Draper and Darren Corbin. I think that's pretty much most of the highlights. Cannon came down in the middle of the show and talked about the after party and said after parties make things sound like they're over. What we're going to do is we're going to call it a pre-party because we're coming back next year. So they announced that and kind of the dates. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, really excited to share the photos that you took. We finally got the finals together and everything. And excited to share those kind of match by match and break everything down for the fans there on our Instagram. Let's next topic here. We got interview review, look back, the SOPW 100. It's something that I've been looking at. I've got this list of 32 of the interviews, just the wrestlers now, because there's so many outside talents too. Announcers, managers, just really every role behind the scenes. I feel really proud of all the work that we've done, and it's been really cool. Like looking at this list and just looking all the names of everybody and these 32 that we've chosen. We're gonna put those up on all our social medias and see what interviews people want us to look back on. And we've done 74 interviews with wrestlers now. A great list, but yeah, we're gonna start putting that together and doing some deep dives, some rewinds as we build closer to that 100th wrestler, and hopefully get some more impact, feedback, and yeah. I'm excited for the hype and everything around that. It's just been a trip. I think of the Belgian show.
Looking back on it, man, like just since you started doing this, man, you got Julia Hart, you got Rebel Kell, you got Havoc, the Death
Rob
Machine,
Van Dam,
right? RVD,
Road Warrior Animal. The whole reason I cut my stupid fucking hair like that. Willow Nightingale,
right before she got signed.
Dan the Beast Severn, long after he got signed. JTG,
right?
Arya Davari. Man, I was watching tonight at the Academy on their Instagram live. Ken Anderson, man, I'm so excited to go back there. Hopefully, get another interview with him. Like you said, Darius Martin, Top Flight, Rampage Santana, Ace Austin from this year, Danny Duggan, Jimmy Jacobs, the current IWTV champion. Interview from 4 years ago, Alec Price from out there in the Southie, is that what they call it? Boston? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ricky Norin. Yeah, dude, looking back, that was my first deathmatch show experience, was going out to Fargo, that no-ring deathmatch. The blood, I still have the blood of Orin Veidt that he painted on there. Signed to me.
So many good shows coming up too, but I'll get to that at the end. I don't want to derail the.
Oh yeah, and the list goes on and on. There's 32 amazing interviews, man. I can't believe it's crazy to think that 7 years, and it's all really culminating and coming together. Another piece that couldn't happen without you, man, is these State of Pro Wrestling shirts and the State of Pro Wrestling stickers. Everything's getting remixed, redesigned. This is the last time that we're gonna fucking be pushing this design. So it's the classic State of Pro Wrestling logo T-shirts, like you've seen us rocking this whole year. You've seen the stickers out, but this Friday the sale's gonna start. We're gonna run it for 2 weeks, September 22nd, this Friday through October 6th. October 6th is gonna be Nerdin' Out Con, and MAW, Midwest All-Star Wrestling, is gonna be there in Rochester. And after that 2 weeks is up, we're gonna announce the surprise package winner. And tonight I found the first piece that we're gonna put in that surprise package, because I've got a little chunk of guitar from New Jack and that shit fell off my wall, and a chunk of New Jack's fucking guitar that he smashed over somebody's fucking head at Mill City Nights will be in that surprise package. That we've spoiled that part of the surprise package already, but we're gonna be doing. You buy a T-shirt, get 2 stickers, $30. Every package that you purchase gets you into the drawing to win the surprise package on October 6th. The competition begins this Friday, unless you're too chicken and yella.
Yeah, we definitely have a whole bunch of odds and ends that are going to be in the package that you might get an autograph from Sammy Guevara. Might get
Dano's got ridiculous fucking collector stuff at his house, man. Oh, there's that chunk. You can still stab somebody. You can make New Jack proud and stab the shit out of somebody with this. Rest in peace, New Jack.
R.I.P. New Jack.
We might put in old school Cody Rice bow tie. Maybe a old school. Who knows, man? What's going to be in there? We're not
spoiling anything.
We're not spoiling anything. We're just teasing you.
Yeah. We got
we'll tease. Not too much.
We got wrestling art from Scrubby Strong, Dead Canvas Click. We got a whole bunch of really gnarly stuff. We got signed to 8x10s. We got Mick Foley autographed socks, Mr. Sockos, if you will. WrestlePalooza posters, action figures for days. Just t-shirts.
Everything wrestling.
System t-shirts. Could be anything. Could be the shirt off my back.
Definitely. Excited for that. And then let's wrap this thing up. We're passing the half-hour mark here. 2024 state of pro wrestling, man. What's your goals? We've kind of talked about this. Let's discuss what we can discuss right now.
State of Pro Wrestling 2024. I want to get out of Minnesota more. I want to go to Defy. I want to go to
WrestleMania week.
Sammy Callahan's organization. I want to go everywhere. I want to go everywhere, man. I want to get more cool stuff like maybe, can you see it? The Steiner Math art up there?
Oh,
from
nice.
First. All kinds of stuff. Our big thing is I want to launch more merch. I want to have posters. I want to have creative posters. A merch store. I want to have more of a website layout where
website is coming, debuting. I just talked to the website designer tonight.
Nice.
So we're gonna start. We're gonna start designing in October, and make sure it's all ready for you fuckers. 2024.
The idea is going to be to showcase everybody and what they bring to the table. Amanda, Kevin, Freddie Frederickson, me, just every integral part of everything. We want to launch a new segment called The Brightest Side of the Ring. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be like the dark side of the ring. It's going to be really optimistic, so don't look for Abdullah spreading hepatitis or anything dark on it. It's not going to be like that.
It's episode 1, we're doing a Rock and Roll Buck Zumhoff story.
just shooting at the
episode entitled "He Who We Shall Not Speak
Of." There's all kinds of different odds and ends. I want to make it to more DPW shows. As each day goes on, man, we just got word, I think 2 or 3 hours ago, that the match for Nerd and Out Con for the tag titles is going to be the Violent Gentlemen versus the tag team formerly known as the Bang Bros, but we're not going to call them the Bang Bros because they got a cease and desist from maybe an adult entertainment site. I don't know. I've never been. I'm not here to judge. And our boys, Royal Flava, got a sweet interview with those guys, talking about getting a getting some ink done to those guys. So definitely our boys for life. Definitely, they're going to be doing that at Nerd Out Con. We have Ironheart coming up this weekend, where we'll see Sierra versus Heather Monroe, David Ali versus Rampage Santana, in a singles rematch for the title that was lost under debaucherous situations that we're not going to talk about. Thank you, Caitlin Diamond. We have, I want to say, Twin Cities Con coming up with Lita and Trish Stratus that we're going to try to make it to. Not to mention our boy X-Pac. Yeah. And we're going to be making our way to Fargo, hopefully, on Saturday to see X-Pac get inducted into the Below Zero Wrestling Hall of Fame. John Morrison's wrestling. We have the opportunity to see Jay Fowler. I think tomorrow is Violent J and Isham on the Three-Headed Monster tour we're going to try to get to. So we're always out here. We're always staying busy. A huge thing that I kind of wanted to open our arms about. We're always looking for music. We're always looking for stuff to go with our reels. So if you're an artist trying to get your music out and stuff, feel free to share it with Freddie or me. And
Yeah,
if you have the production skills, definitely reach out to us, because we definitely want something to go with our reels, and we know a lot of you guys are definitely looking for exposure too. So definitely let us
we're
know if
always
you got
down for
that.
looking for reels, looking for music for like highlight clips and such, and then to put together the first official State of Pro Wrestling mixtape. I'm really excited about that. We've got a short list of artists already coming together for that. So, yeah, dude, just super excited for everything. Also, the contributors. We're looking for contributors once a month starting 2024. We've already got some talent locked in. Just super excited, man. Everything coming together. The whole vision, man. We originally kicked off State of Pro Wrestling 7 years ago and being like, hey, we want to be like ESPN of pro wrestling, but our own thing, and that's really happening. The old school magazines where we're going to start getting contributors from all different territories, bringing you the inside details and doing the thing. And it's a beautiful thing. Amazing that this all is coming together as it is, man. And then WrestleMania in Philadelphia, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. The Rock just came back. Speculation continues to grow there. It's WrestleMania 40, so you feel like they're going to do something special. It's Philly, so you're thinking WrestleMania week's going to be a bunch of ECW influence stuff. Hopefully, Paul Heyman goes into the Hall of Fame. Will he be out there working? Will we be out there documenting it like another 2 weeks out east experienced? I don't know, man. I'm just excited about everything 2024. The website, the web store, just getting our merch, everything, just growing the brand, growing the team. Like everything's just been so amazing. So grateful grateful for pro wrestling, man. It's not just a fucking.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just a hashtag. It's fucking life.
But definitely thank you to everybody for the support. Thanks to our teams, our girlfriends, our moms, our families, our everything, man. Because
I don't have girlfriends.
yeah. Me either.
But
Well,
when I'm
thank you,
super
more.
famous and popular, I'm gonna have multiples with an S at the
Well, in
end.
that case, thank you to our hands who are doing all the work. Let's appreciate that.
But we do have moms. We do have moms.
Yeah, we do have moms. So shout out to moms. Shout out to the support system that we do have, and all of you guys who always tune in and support a couple kids in a dream. So thank you.
Thing. The love gang sign.
The love gang.
I think we'll end it with that. Much love. It's gratefulness. Daniel, thank you for joining us. I'm excited to do more of these. Get some guests. Flashback, I think 3 years ago, when I would do the fucking marathons, man. I would set up like 10 interviews with wrestlers in one fucking day, and we just do like the top of every fucking hour and just ran rugged, man. Like Excited for all the possibilities, man. These new lights. Oh my God. Look at this. Let's just shut one of them off right now. Ooh, that's kind of a cool look too.
Yeah, you look fancy in your pantsy.
Yeah, let's shut both of them off. And just turn on like a standard light.
Way different.
Look at how fucking cool those lights are.
Yeah.
Your fucking lights aren't as cool as ours. We are the kings of everything.